They know. Yo, bruh. God damn. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do episode 3 of the Tower of God. But this time we're going to do something a little different. We're going to do the English dub. So the first 2 episodes are going to be in Japanese with English sub. The third episode is going to be with the English dub. Why? Because dub is a big W and we only take W's over here. I know it's a lame joke. But the only reason why I really wanted to do it is because everything I've done so far, I've been making Power Ranger related references, and the guy who's voicing Bam in the English dub is actually Johnny Young Bosch. And if you don't know who that is, you're really younger than I am. You might be really younger than I am. Not only was he a Power Ranger, one of the coolest color Power Rangers, he was also a star of some of your favorite shows like Bleach and freaking Black Clover. He was in those shows and other animes. The funny thing is I actually haven't watched Bleach and I only watched the first episode of Black Clover, so I need to get on that. Anyway, I'm really excited to hear his voice in the English dub, and I haven't heard the English dub, so everything's gonna be new to me. I want to hear how Rock sounds. I want to hear how Rachel sounds. I want to hear how Bam sounds. I want to hear how Khun sounds as well, and how everyone else sounds. So let's just check it out. If you like it, we can keep it maybe, and if you don't, we jump right back to Japanese with English sub. But yeah, this might be cool. Something to, you know, jump into, a little ease our toes in. But anyway, enough talking. Let's just jump in. And you already know what happened in the last episode. Just watch it. But let's just jump in this episode and see what happens next. Pew pew. Here we go. Whoa. What? What?
Only trust yourself in this world. Cover your ears, close off your heart, and let no one but yourself decide the path you'll follow.
What's going on? Alright, he has some dark past.
Hey, Khun.
Kicked out of some kind of kingdom or something.
I can't believe how bright the ceiling here is.
A Moogle?
Oh, you mean the sky?
Ah!
The sky?
He never seen the sky?
It's that big blue thing all around us?
Yes.
You dumb idiots! We've got us a real stupid turtle over here. That's obviously just a legend, you idiot!
The thing over our head is just an imitation created using Shinsu, modeled after the old legend.
Whoa, so it's not the real sky.
I doubt the real sky actually exists.
I didn't realize. No. But
Rachel.
did.
Who's Rachel?
I hoped we'd be able to see them from here, I guess.
Okay, let's see what's going on here.
What was that?
English definitely have a different vibe.
Seems to me like someone got killed.
Huh?
I'd like to invite the next team to enter.
Whoa.
That's weird. They're taking way longer than the last group.
What's going on?
What's with the long faces? Don't glare at me like that. It's rude.
He's the dude with the long face though.
And here I thought I'd be nice and come over to give you a hint for the next test.
We'd love a hint.
No. Don't listen to this guy.
It wasn't hard, only simple deduction.
How could you deduce anything from 0 clues?
Exactly.
Most important clue of all?
What is it? The time?
Out, so just tell us.
Speak for yourself.
The clue you've all been looking for is time. Not every team has screamed. The ones who didn't all passed the test within 5 minutes.
So then that means all we have to do is finish the test within 5 minutes or less.
Well,
You really don't have to thank this fluorescent plastic.
well,
What do you call it, a plastic
you shouldn't trust everybody, dude.
He's just trying to use us to test his theory out for him.
Exactly.
You know, being too careful is gonna come back to bite you.
Hmm.
Abandoned son of the exiled Khun family.
Oh, he knows. Abandoned son.
Well, after that cruel betrayal you experienced, I'd probably be skeptical and untrusting of others too.
They know. Yo, bruh. God damn.
You need to leave.
Next team, please enter.
Wow. Got in his skin fast.
Fun, that wasn't a real fight. Woohoo! You can do it! I'll be rooting for you!
That clock must mean time is somehow related, like he said.
Be careful.
Hello, my name is Han Sung-yu. and I'm
Neon
the director
Genesis.
administrating the test you'll all be taking today. What is Han Sung-yu doing here? The condition for passing this test is opening the correct door. That is all. You only have one chance to open a door. And after 10 minutes, the test will be forcefully terminated.
Wow. They throw people down.
Test will now begin.
Hang on, we need more clues.
I've given you all the clues you could possibly need.
Open one door.
Haven't.
None of this makes any sense.
Screw this test, it's pissing me off.
12 doors to choose from. 10 minutes to choose. Clock's ticking. Finally, someone who actually uses his head. This test can't be passed using brains alone. What was the point of placing a clock in this room?
Not every team is screened. The ones who didn't all passed the test within 5 minutes.
Don't believe what anyone
Damn, this is confusing for me.
After that cruel betrayal you experienced, I'd probably be skeptical and untrusting of others.
Be careful. Damn.
Focus, you idiot. Close off your heart. Don't trust anyone.
Wait a minute.
She abandoned him the moment she was chosen. His entire family was exiled because of him.
Why is all of this flooding back now?
Wait a minute.
Right. Those eyes.
What's going on? My heart stopped.
Anyone. Just follow the path you believe in.
No. Did he save you guys?
Oh, I feel better.
Hey, Gator. What made you decide to pick that door?
Instinct.
Nice.
Congratulations. You passed to pass. You had to open a door within 5 minutes.
So, you mean opening pretty much any door would have been correct?
Yes.
Let's go!
Are you alright?
His mind's blown up. He does.
Tell me, what was this test supposed to measure?
Mm-hmm.
Did your dear princess wound you that deeply?
What? Why are you stabbing him?
Princess, you can't do anything without complete certainty first.
So why does that matter?
You need companions who will open doors without hesitation and don't second guess every choice.
That's legit.
Further,
Khun, are you okay?
That's legit.
don't you wish to protect those innocent eyes, which don't yet know doubt?
Mmm.
Well, Bomb, let's go. Oh, you know what, Bomb? I hope that one day you get to see real stars with Rachel.
Nice.
Thank you.
Do I want to protect his innocence? I don't know for sure yet, but I'm the only one who ever needs to feel that.
To feel that kind of pain.
The three of you will now be transported to the next testing area.
Are you sure you did a proper job administering it?
Only 3?
Of course! Believe those 3 killed all the other regulars off in the span of only 30 minutes? That's pretty much it, yeah. And you'd bet on your life there wasn't an irregular or Princess of Jihad hidden among them. No!
What the hell are we waiting for?
3 people survived out of 200?
Thanks a lot, Mr. Knight. I appreciate it.
You finally showed up.
So what's the next test? I came to share some wonderful news with you. You've all been granted the very exciting opportunity of participating in a bonus test. First, participation is voluntary. Declining to participate will not put you at any disadvantage.
Nice.
Secondly, if you pass this optional round, it will be considered the equivalent of passing all tests, moving your team forward.
What?
That's quite an opportunity.
What?
We were gonna pass this up.
Yeah.
Who are you gonna fight? The devil? The crown game.
The next test you'll be playing is called the Crown Game.
How do we play?
You'll be stealing a crown from each other. Your time limit is 5 minutes, and the game will be split into 5 rounds. The goal is to acquire the crown and hold on to it. Whichever member of the team gets their hands on it must wear it and stay sitting in this chair until the game ends. The other 4 teams will be defeated. At that point, 4 new teams will enter, and the second round will begin. The game ends instantly should the person with the crown leave the chair for any reason. If that happens, all 5 teams will be swapped out and the game will resume as originally planned. The team in possession of the crown at the very end of the final round wins the entire thing. So, also I should mention, a single team from another testing area will be participating in this game as well.
And I think this is gonna get interesting because that girl looks familiar. Mm-hmm.
The first round will now begin. If you'd like to
You know who that is.
challenge, please
You know who that is.
Let's hold off and see how it plays out first.
If we're gonna play, I think it should be in the 3rd round or later.
Get in it.
What round we enter in.
And now let the first round of the crown game begin.
Something's going on.
Don't bother. I'll handle this.
Is this killing? Or no?
You better not be mocking us, or I swear I'll.
I give it my all, whether my opponent is strong or weak like you.
Is blood allowed in this?
Well, I'm not gonna fall for it.
Okay.
Khun!
Oh shit. Whooped his ass already.
Yes! Princess!
Oh, in the eyes, blinded him. Dude, whipping him up. What is that weapon?
What is that weapon?
Damn, it's vibrating. It's a sword and a whip.
You should have finished us off while you were ahead.
Come on, bro. Come on. Are you serious?
Didn't react to being hit in the head. My head!
Oof.
That almost hit me!
What they should do is have the small dude, or the guy who's very smart, sit on the throne and they can protect him. He's a fighter though.
You still want to fight?
Do it now!
Do what now?
I'm still...
Woo! Get a block! Damn, she's hurting the people. Oh, the mask off.
Can't wait to fight.
She put it on this dude, not her. Don't put it on yourself.
Me wear the crown. With fighters like you and Hans defending me, our victory will be assured.
Exactly. No.
Shit! Why are you wearing the dumb thing?
I won't let anyone take the crown.
Makes sense, kind of.
Not your pillow, Black Turtle. Get off.
Black Turtle.
They're clearly
Look closely, my friend. Who do you see?
If you'd like to participate, please press your buzzer by the time I count to 5.
Who is it?
Rachel?
Hey everyone, well that was the end of episode 3 of the English dub of Tower of God. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of the English dub? I think it's pretty cool. I'm not exactly sure if I was as focused watching it because I was listening to everything. I know when the Japanese sub, I'm actually more focused at watching it and looking at the lyrics and I react. I'm not exactly sure if watching it in English or watching it in Japanese and looking at the English sub differs in my reactions, or at least my understanding of the show. It was way more laid back than the last 2 episodes. Even though there was a fighting scene, it wasn't that intense. We did figure out a little bit more about our boy Khun. Long story short, I believe he was a son of the prince of the great family leader of the Khuns, who are like this great royalty. He was exiled because of some kind of business with his sister, or his half-sister. He chose a girl over his family, I believe, and they exiled him. And from my understanding, I think he's part of the group who kind of controls the towers. Or at least half of the group that controls the towers. And now he's actually in the tower doing tower work. I'm not exactly sure if he has the strength of his family before. But the interesting thing about this episode was kind of about trust. And trusting the people around you. And he's betrayed. And his mother told him, be careful who you listen to. Be careful who you can trust. So this test was all about picking a door. One door, any door, under 5 minutes. If you don't pick it over 5 minutes, you lose. If you pick it under 5 minutes, you win. Now, probably hard to figure that out unless you have some really good deductive reasoning. But the interesting thing about this episode is that there was like this other guy from a different team. I'm not even sure if he was in a team, but we kind of find out that he was kind of hired to do this. Whispered in his ears like, yo, I got a theory. If you do this under 5 minutes, you win. If you don't, you lose. And Khun was taking too much time deciding if he wanted to listen to this guy or not because he has trust issues now. And like all the trust issues and things that happened to him before was playing in his head and he couldn't make a decision. But luckily Rock came in there and he made a decision. She kicked up a door and he's like, instinct. I think it was bullshit. I think he just said, you know, I'm going to trust this guy who said 5 minutes and kicked the door before 5 minutes just in case. And if you think about it, it can't really harm unless he picked the wrong door anyway. And it worked out in their favor. And I bet you that just blew up Khun's mind. He's like, I don't know who to trust because I've been tricked before. I've been tricked so hard that they kicked me out of the kingdom. I laid on the face on the ground in the mud in the rain and everyone turned their back on me. So now I'm in a tournament between life and death in some stages of the tournament. And there's people telling me I should pick any door under 5 minutes or not. Who should I trust this guy with this really long face who's kind of weird? And why would he tell me this? Like that's so interesting. I mean, it could be the complete opposite. You pick it under 5 and you lose, and you pick it over 5 and you win. So he's thinking like, whoa, what should I do? And luckily he had team members that would guide him. And that is kind of true. Like I like what the master, the dungeon master of that test was like, yo, sometimes you can't make a decision. Sometimes you have to rely on your team to have, you know, make a decision too, because they have instincts as well. And that's like basic advice, but what's important to Khun is because of his experience, his little past experience of trauma, he doesn't trust anybody. So he's like, whoa, 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 I know not to trust anybody. Now you telling me I should trust people now? Like, that's super confusing for him. And I think even though that is super confusing for him, the fact that his partner chose something right and he's able to move on, he's able to compare the good eyes or the clear, innocent eyes of that girl that he was trying to protect with the eyes of Bomb and his innocence. And I think little by little, Khun is actually melting down a little bit. Just a little bit. He's still hard, doesn't really trust people, say what he can just to get people to help or do things for him. But I'm still not exactly sure if he's like 100% like, oh, I'm going to trust people. I don't think that's going to happen. But I think right now he's like, you know, this is my team. I can at least trust them for now. He still is thinking about innocence, because I guess he wanted to protect the innocence of some person that he loved, maybe that girl, and it costed him pretty much his family, or literally his status. So I mean, he has to be careful, because protecting innocent might actually, you know, be harmful to him. It actually has in the past, but it can still continue to be that. Now we got a little bit of a glimpse of Rachel earlier in the episode. I think that's Rachel. I mean, what other girl you have, you know, with yellow hair that's hiding her hair? Specifically because he see Bomb in the corner. What I think is going to happen in the next episode, she's going to be revealed in the fighting. So I just want to know what Bomb is going to do once he figure that out, because it's going to be hell to pay if they have to fight each other. I can't wait to see what happens next. Maybe we continue in English, maybe we continue in Japanese. Yeah, let's just see what happens next in the next episode. Maybe.